My pride don't cause me to hide my true feelings. 'Cause I can only be real.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Loving me is hard. Push you away from me. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. These two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Bennett. And he'll find Hall. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The Ravens at 11-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got me pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Bennett, off play action. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. There's another truck. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And here's Bennett on 1st and 10. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. A very well executed play. It goes for 29 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then
in for the Ravens touchdown. O.J. Howard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Kenny Nwagu now out of his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, including something that was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, and focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout near the punt. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. The Browns drive about to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big play.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
I'm back yelling at me like
his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Correct.
Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this Jets.
Did you move my earbuds?
Teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair, watching a Tuesday night college game, and decided to implement it myself.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Luongo now from his end zone. The Browns drive about to get started.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They keep it with Henry on first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Why does it hurt so bad? Why does it hurt so bad? God, it's on my heart, it makes me sad. I know it makes me sad. Why does it hurt so bad?
Why does
Last
it
run got
hurt
6.
so
Now
bad?
2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football.
Under one condition.
11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force it incompletion.
You have to go to the bowling thing with me.
Oh, no. I was
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on
So
2nd
yeah,
down.
I want to see it too.
He'll drop to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he is going to have a Browns first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have the chance.
Over the middle, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
Back to throw now on first down.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Bennett to throw from the gun on 3rd down.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. Looking to throw. Bennett.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to it before either guy in double coverage could react.
Bennett now. Off the play fake. Flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Now Bennett from the gun on third down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way. They could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the round is on here in this first half. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Matt Judon. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Ooh, the juke. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Bill. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Von Miller able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds...
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced the incompletion on first down.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Looking to throw. Bennett. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down. Off the bootleg. Bennett. He'll buy some time right. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
They go play action here on first down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On second down, here's Henry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Got
try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger play.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Alec Pierce.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Browns are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And Hall not going to bring this one out.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. A gain there of 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Bennett. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Bennett off play action. Rolling to his right. He finds his man complete. That's Norman. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Operating from the gun. Bennett eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice, long, soaking hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Nuwanger now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. Matt Judon able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
And right side, Henry's got it. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. So the final seconds tick away.